And Yuki, I've been waiting for my roommate to go take a shower, so that I could start my recording. So it's 1:06 a.m. and she literally just left, so I'm pulling up my notes. Okay, you were talking about the skincare and how it's hard to remember, and like also you're like, it also is like it's expensive and things like that, and I'm like, I should send you a skincare package, which it's ironic since like I haven't even sent like anything like this whole time. Like I just have and there's a closet with a shelf of gifts for you. Like, isn't that funny? One of the gifts, like the gift that I was supposed to give you whenever we were like at the airport, like me not giving you that gift, like if you knew that gift, what that gift was, like it would just be funny that I have not given it yet, to say the least. Like, it's just like comical. Like, I remember making a joke like months ago, like, haha, like I should just give you all the gifts like once you get back, and I'm like, it is just looking more and more like that's what's gonna happen with 4.5 months, right? 4.5, 10, 11, 12, yeah, with 4.5 months left. So that's like funny. Like, I hope the first and only thing I send you is a skincare sunscreen package. I was also like, if it's not annoying, because you were like, I forget. I'm like, if it's not annoying, like, I will message you on Messenger every day to wear sunscreen. Like, I will remind you. Like, I will put in the work. Also, I guess you don't have an iPhone, but I know iPhone has, like, the reminder app, which I'm sure if your phone doesn't have it, you could probably get something. Basically, I'm like, you should still wear sunscreen every day. Oh, and then you were saying about the Korean textbook, like, if you want to sell it, it's fine, you meaning me. And I decided I probably just won't, because I mainly just want to write in it, and I'm like, it's fine, I'll just, like, give it to you after if you want it, so, but yeah, so then I don't feel pressured to, like, not write in it, so yeah. So you just have, like, 2 Korean textbooks and a workbook when you get back. Oh, and then also, like, the last recording, it's funny because I had it in my notes, but I just forgot to say it. Like, I just skipped right on over it, and I realized it, like, after I'd already finished the video, and I was like, well, it is what it is. But, I meant to say in the last video I sent you, because the last video you sent me, not last week, but the week before, you were saying something about how, like, oh, maybe we'd go to Korea for my birthday instead, but I wanted to go to the New York trip. And I was like, it's funny because you haven't heard at that point you still hadn't heard my recording from the week before, where I was basically saying the plan where, like your birthday is, like, we should still go to New York, but then you reacted to that from listening to it then, and so yeah, so basically we were talking about, like, because, like, the reason I was first backtracking, like, the first one was like, I don't know that we can do it, like, on your actual birthday, is because, like, I was like, I don't know, if I can be gone for, like, a week, but then I remembered I was saying something about that, like, a while ago, and you're like, Jimin, I don't know that we're gonna be gone, like, a week, like, that's expensive, like, if I was thinking, like, a weekend or a few days, and so then I was like, I'm sure I can miss, like, 1 or 2 days, plus, like, weekend, which would make it, like 4 days, you know, so I was like, I'm sure that's fine. But yeah, anyways, I could actually, actually, like, I could definitely easily miss Friday and Monday, easily, because both those days I only have 1 class and he doesn't count attendance, so I'm like, if I was gone Friday through Monday, like, that would be easy. I guess I don't know when your birthday is. I should, like, look that up once I'm done reading these notes. But yeah, so basically we just can do the trip. Like, we just can and should. I'm like, I should just not get you, like, spend any money on a birthday gift for your next birthday, so that, like, I can just save money for the trip, you know, and like, but for both of us, like, obviously not just, like, my side of it, but, like, for both of us, you know. Yeah. Anyways. Yeah, and then I'm, like, Korea for Christmas and New Year. We should stay, like, the entire time I'm on break, like, we should stay in Korea. Like, we should get jobs for a few months in Korea to be able to afford it. And so, yeah, anyways, for a few months. Me, like, messing with a stapler right now. Okay, also, when you farted in the recording, like, it was the funniest thing. Like, you did it the first time, and I was like, was that a fart? But it was funny because you were, like, in the middle of talking. And then, like, you did another one, and it was small, and then you were like, I feel like I have another one in me. And then it was, like, so freaking loud. And it was the funniest thing. I was wishing because it was 1:11 a.m. It was, like, the funniest thing, and you, like, went back to, like, you were like, hold on, I'm gonna go back to listen to it, and then you were talking about it and how it was, like, funny and all these things, and, like, you just kept talking about it, and, like, not even because of that, like, I was still laughing for such a long time. Like, if only you saw, like, if only you could be there, like, while I was just laughing for just a very, very long time. Like, it was so funny. Anyways, and then I was talking about the K-dramas, and then you were saying how the one you wrote, or I don't know if you actually wrote it, but you were saying, like, how it was my name that I thought you would really like, and that was not the one I thought you would really like. That was my favorite. The one I thought you would really like is I called it, like, Strange Attorney Woo, but it's actually Extraordinary Attorney Woo, but, like, it's just in the Korean title. It's, like, strange, but then the translation was different. Also, I feel weird saying woo, because, like, in Korean, it's, like, oo. So it's, like, woo is, like, weird to say. Anyways. But, yeah, it was the attorney show that I thought you would really like, that I watched recently, that got me just kicking my legs and things. That makes me think of the BTS song Embarrassed, because I think the Korean, I don't know, there's some lyrics about, like, or an alternative name for it is blanket kick, and there's lyrics about, like, kicking your blanket because, like, you're in love or something. Anyways. Oh, and then, like I said, apparently, like, showing you my room on Zoom, and I definitely just, like, did mean a video, like, uploading it to YouTube, which I'll probably maybe do soon. I don't know. I keep being like, I should do it, and then, like, things will be, like, not doing it, but I'm probably gonna do that soon. Oh, and then you're, like, saying, like, there's a possibility maybe they'll change so that, like, you can FaceTime friends on P-Day, and you just let me know about that. Like, if we can do it, like, you just let me know. And then you were talking about, like, how you're like, you'll probably hate me for this, and it's funny because, like, I definitely didn't. But you were saying how, like, you're more lenient, and, like, now the thing about the Utah trip, like, we would go, and I just, like, didn't, like, feel, like, any way about that. Like, I feel like it was just fine. Because also, I feel like it was kind of, like, also on my part. Like, I feel like I was, like, yeah, I want to go, and then kind of didn't. Like, I feel like it was more on me that I didn't go. It was just kind of, like, my mom, like, also, like, I don't know. Like, I was, like, yeah, going to Utah, and then she was, like, but we had your birthday party, and I was like, I didn't know those are mutually exclusive. And then, like, I feel like there's still, like, a chance I could have gone, and then I just kind of, like, I don't know. Anyway, so it was, like, I feel like it was, like, my fault, too. Or, like, if not completely my fault. So, like, completely. So, like, I don't know. Also, I feel like it's, like, I don't know. I feel like it makes sense that you're more chill now. Anyways, I'm sure you're doing great. And things. Oh, also, I was saying how, like, the Levi picture was, like, I don't think I said it. I guess I didn't say it in the recording. I said it, like, as a note, but, like, the Levi picture, the pink one, and you're like, I liked it, and that made me happy, like, hearing you say that. Oh, also, when I was listening to the recording, you were like, man, like, you had 14 followers or something like that, and you're like, well, it's about to be 15 and 16 when I follow you in both my accounts. And I was like, yay, which, like, I was expecting it, but also, I'm no longer at 14 followers. I'm now at 32, so, you know, famous. Oh, and then you were talking about, like, and then you can put the link to the fanfic, and then, like, get even more famous, and you already know that was in the books, that was in the plans. When I'm just overwhelmingly famous, I'll be like, guys, read this fanfic and follow my main account, and then I will be famous, and then I'll become an influencer on my main account, and then Jimin will notice me. Oh, and then you're like, I still haven't, like, read the fanfic, and, like, no rush, pal, no rush, you don't even need to worry. I'm like, you should never read my fanfiction again until you get back here and react to it, like, to my face. Emily hasn't even read any of it, so like if anyone's behind, like it is her, which I think, well, I guess I'll talk about that later. Oh, and then I was talking about how all I really do is watch reels, and then you were like, you will have a lot of time or I will have a lot of time when you get back to like hang out with you. And I was like, so true. Like, I hope I just replace all the time I spend on reels with hanging out with you. It's also funny because like I kind of like when we were like still hanging out, I did like still I feel like have an addiction to like Instagram and reels and things like that. But I feel like mainly watch them at night, and I'd stay up like ridiculously late like watching them and be like, why am I not just going to sleep? But now it's just like all the time, like it's all I do. And I didn't really ever, like, we didn't really ever watch them when we were together. Maybe there were, like, a few times we, like, scrolled on our phone, and then I feel like one of us was like, no, like, we need to spend this time, like, together and be present. Like, isn't that funny that that's, like, a thing that, like, I remember and that we did? But, so yeah, so I'm like, what if, like, I'm so addicted? Because me and Emily, when we hang out, like, we'll just scroll on reels sometimes, because we just will be tired. Like, I don't know, like, I'm just, like, too tired to do anything all the time. But I'm like, I hope, like, when you get back, I'm just, like, lazy and, like, addicted to reels that, like, I don't even pay attention to, and I just scroll on reels all the time. I'm, like, just kidding. But also, I feel like, I don't know, part of me is, like, a little bit scared that, like, I'm just a changed person. Not, like, 100% changed, but, like, I don't mean that, like, changed, like, who I am. More just, like, my capacity to, like, hang out. Because when I was with you, like, we would just go and go and go, you know? But these days I'm just always tired. Like, and when me and Emily hang out, like, we are just pooped. Like, it's funny when me and Emily hang out, like, we've made jokes about, like, we're always miserable at least one time when we hang out. Like, at least at one point of our hangout, we'll be miserable. Just because, like, we'll both be in, like, not, like, bad moods necessarily, but we're just, like, miserable is, like, the only way to explain it. Like, we'll just be, like, tired or like annoyed at things, not at each other, and we never get annoyed with each other. It's just like we'll just be like, man, like this is the worst right now. But it's always like funny because like I don't know, we just like we joke about it. Or like one time, like I think we were just both so tired, but we were hanging out anyways, and then we were just both like laying on our bed scrolling on Instagram, and we were making jokes like we should never hang out again. Like we make jokes about every time we hang out, like all we know how to do together is like shopping. And that's, like, all we, like, shopping and, like, watching Instagram reels. And we're like, man, like, we don't even know how to hang out. So it's, like, funny. So I'm like, I hope, like, you get back and I'm the same way. Anyways, now that little rant is over. Also, like, when we would hang out, we would be super, like, ambitious. Not ambitious. What is the word? Ambitious is, like, not the word at all that I was looking for. I'm like, does it even start with an A? Like, spontaneous. That's the word. And, like, I remember sometimes I would hang out with Emily. This sounds, like, bad. Like, and, like, compare a little bit and be like, man, like, I wish Emily would be more, like, spontaneous or, like, want to do some of the same things we would. Like, I don't know. Because, like, she wouldn't ever, like, hang out at night or things like that. But now, like, obviously I don't think that about Emily because I'm so used to hanging out with her. So I hope, like, I'm just a boring person when you get back. Anyways, I don't actually, but I guess I don't know, like, it's, like, I mean, I guess I don't know, but, like, in my head, like, I feel like it'll be the exact same, like, I'm like, why wouldn't it be? Because, like, all the things we used to do still sound fun. Like, also, it's funny, because, like, I'm sure we've both changed, but I think of you, like, the exact same way, like, you, to me, you are the same exact person as, like, before you left. Like, when I think of Tana, like, I think of, like 2020 Tana. I guess 2021. Both, I guess. But isn't that funny? But yeah. But I'm like, I feel like it just will be the same. You know? Like, why wouldn't it be? Anyways. I mean, I'm sure if it's not the same, I feel like if it's not the same, like, it'll get the same, like, it'll get there. And I feel like if it doesn't, like, I feel like it'll just get somewhere else that is just new and great. But the way I'm like, I just feel like it will be the same. Like, why wouldn't it be? Anyways, okay. Okay, and then this is so funny. I was like, You were like, okay, it's funny because literally like a few recordings ago you were like, man, I just respect Jungkook so much and I just don't want to get to where like I want to marry him and like whatever. And then I was like, man, like I need to turn it down then. And then you were like immediately switching and you're like, or maybe we turn it up and make it happen. And that was like the funniest thing. And like I was like here for it. I was like, I agree. And the thing that's also funny about that is I remember I was like having a conversation with Andrew the other day and I was like so annoyed with myself because I was like, the fact that like there are life choices I could have made that would lead me to being married to Jimin right now. Like I'm sure there's like just like a very very like few amounts of choices, but you're telling me like there's no combination of all the infinite like choices possible that I could have made that would lead me to being married to Jimin right now. Like no, like I'm sure there's some combination of choices that I could be married to Jimin right now. And basically I was just like mad that like I have not chosen those choices. So yeah, like man, like I could be married to Jimin right now. Anyway, so basically like, I was like, I agree. Like we just should make it happen. Like I just like want it. Like I just like go after the things you want, you know, like follow your dreams, and Jimin is my dream. Which also, speaking of that, I don't even want to talk about it. It's like funny. Okay, speaking of being delusional, I know to an extent that I'm not gonna marry Jimin, but at the same time, like I never think about it. Like I never fact check myself, and when I do, and when I am like, you're not actually gonna marry Jimin, it doesn't feel real. Like I don't like believe it. Like isn't that funny? And so like the other day was today during lunch. I was sitting down listening to music, and then I heard this girl start to talk about BTS and Jimin, so I turned off my music to listen. I was like listening, and then she was like, Jimin dead stared me twice, and then she's like talking about these concerts and like how Jimin was like staring at her and like all these things, and like why was I so jealous? Like why was I so like embarrassingly jealous? And then like she was showing them videos of the concert, and I heard like the people being like, man, like you were close, and then like I was like watching, like I was like watching the videos too. Like I really wanted to go up. I feel like I would have been less jealous if I just went up there and was like, can I look at the videos too? And then if I saw the videos, I feel like I would have been less jealous because I would have been like, it would have just been fun concert videos, and I would have been like, oh, I'm happy for you. But like it was like my far awayness and like just both of those things combined, and like in that moment, like me feeling like sad and jealous, like I was like, and like being like, why like are you talking about Jimin so much? Like why are you just chatting about Jimin so much? Like I don't know, like it like made me like, I was like, man, like I feel like I have been a little bit more delusional than I thought. Like I don't know, like I was like, normal fans would not feel this way. And I was just like dead. Like I was just like, that is funny. Like me just, anyways. I feel like I didn't completely like express everything I was feeling in like just that moment like perfectly well, but I hope you got the gist, because I'm gonna stop like expounding upon that. Okay, and then I was like, man, like, oh, to just go back in time where I was 18 and Jimin was, I think, 21 when he had orange hair and things like that, and you're like, you just make him dye his hair, like, orange now. And, like, yeah, like, I agree, but also it was, like, his age. Like, it was just him at the time. Like, they were still, like, a tiny bit emo, more like grunge, I guess, not so much emo. Like, they were, like, kind of grunge then, and, like, also the way Jimin looked, like, his cheeks were, like, a little chubbier, and, like, he was, like, younger, so he was more, like, I feel like flirty, but like I feel like he's still flirty, but like a different kind of flirty, and like I don't know, just like young, and like I don't know, he just had some, like he just had a flavor that I feel like he no longer has, which like I love Jimin now, obviously, like I love who he is now, and like me wanting to be with that specific Jimin is also so that I could be with the Jimin of now like later, you know, so I could have him for longer. So it's not like I'm like, that Jimin is like better than how he is now and I wish he would be like that again. It's more like I want to experience that Jimin now, and then like later have Jimin now, then now, you know? Anyways, I just feel like there will never be another time like I think 21-year-old orange-haired Jimin, like that like moment is just so like fond. Like I just want that Jimin so bad. Anyways. Anyways, and then I wrote down this quote that you said, another one, and it was just so funny. And you're like, to be the literal lipstick smeared on his lips, what will I have to do, Jimin? And it was just like, it was just funny. It was just funny. I also felt that, like, I was looking back at the picture and I was like, I just also want to be the lipstick smeared on his lips. Like, I just also do. Oh, and then you were like, I like reading the text on, like, my Levi edits, and I was like, I'm glad I'd be texting it up on those edits. And then the one that you could not read was, I licked it, so it's mine, at the bottom of that one Levi edit. Oh, and then your code word was parting Jungkook's lips, which I thought was, like, not that crazy. Like, I did not think, like, I felt like that was tame. Anyways, okay. So that's it for all the reactions. I need to be fast because Kai's probably going to come back soon. I'm like, I should just do, I should just do the code words now so that, like, the only weird thing I'll have to do is Hail June, like, in case she does come here. So code words are going to be in the middle. Surprise, surprise. Code word, Jimin's butt cheeks, and code word, code word, like, Yoongi these days, because why is he just, like, so fine? Yoongi. Anyways. So, this past week has been pretty chill. I did a linguistics test, and I think it went pretty well. So, I'm not really worried about any of my grades right now. I feel like we're doing good. It's been 6 weeks of college, and yeah, I feel like I'm just chilling. I don't really do anything. I'm just always tired. Like, I'd just be, like, sleeping or doing nothing. The way I'm, like, I have nothing to say. Like, I've been doing nothing. Trying to get a job, but I'm just, like, have not done that yet. I need to get a job so I can save up for us going to New York and then Korea. And then paying for your college. I should just spend all my money on college for you, pal. Yeah, it's funny, like, I'm, like, needing to get a job so I can hang out with you. Like, that's, like, been on my mind. Like, isn't that funny? Like, I'm, like, I need money to hang out with you when you get back. Anyways, yeah, I guess I just really have not been up to anything at all, actually. So, anyways, but this weekend, Emily and I are gonna hang out, and I'm excited because I haven't seen her in a few weeks. So she's gonna come here and pick me up, and then we're gonna go to Forney because there's garage sales. That's, like, the reason we're going, is we're gonna go garage sailing. And then we're also gonna take, like, pictures for Halloween, like, costumes, so that we can post them since we're not gonna actually be together on Halloween. And yeah, so I'm pretty excited. The reason I was saying that is, like, earlier I was like, I'll get to that later, is I was going to say Emily still hasn't read my fan fiction, but on the 3-hour drive from here to Forney, the plan was for me to read my fan fiction out loud, which is, like, funny because there's, like dialogue, you know, and I feel like that'll be, like, weird for me to read it out loud, but we were just like, whatever, it's, like, a good time. So yeah, I guess I'll probably just end this since I feel like I'm just, like, done. It's funny how, like, I used to, like, send hour-long, like, voice recordings weekly, and now I'm like, there's just nothing else to say. Like, what else would I say? But yeah, kind of hungry right now. Oh, also, I today bought you a Christmas gift. So yeah, and then I also am doing something for your birthday. Like, I started something for your birthday. Like, isn't that funny? So yeah, good times. I'm kind of just, like, really hungry. Anyways, that's all. Tell me how you're doing. Let me know what's up. Let me know how it's going. It's funny because I'm just, like, dying for you to get back. Like I'm just, like, it just feels like you're coming back so soon. Like, man, but it also feels like it's been 5 months for, like, a long time. Like, when you were like, your mom was saying how the 2 months will be the longest, like, why was I like, that's not true, like, I don't believe that. But now I'm like this, like, now I feel like it, like, has turned into slow motion a little bit. So, I don't know. Anyways, it's just crazy that, like, it just has been, like, all this time and things where we have not been together. Like, we just have been gone for so long. I never thought time would actually move, you know? Anyways, you. I love Levi. I just do. Can't wait. It's funny, like, why am I, like, it's funny because, like, we've known each other and been friends. Like, it's funny because why do I feel like I've only been friends with you for a year? Which, like, we've known each other since I was in, like, 7th grade, and then we've been friends since, like, my freshman year to, like, junior year, and then you left. So, that's, like, 3 years. That's crazy. Like, 3 full years, we were, like, friends. So that's, like, funny, because it feels like it has not been that long. But, and then, like, 4.5 years, I guess. Like, including the mission. So, that's, like, funny. But, like, I'm thinking, and I'm, like, but I guess, like, once you got a car, and, like, when we were more hanging out, like, outside of school a lot, wasn't as long. I'm just saying this because I'm thinking about, like, there's just so many things I want to do with you, and so many, like, I don't know, experiences I want to have, and I'm, like, I feel like we packed a lot in when we were together before. So I'm just, like, I don't know, like, what's it gonna be like? Like, when you get back, like, you know, like, I'm like, are we really gonna do everything I want to do? Are we ever gonna have time to do everything I want us to do together? I just sure hope that we live together. Like, I just sure hope we live in Korea together. Honestly, like, I'm so scared that, like you will decide that, like, you no longer want to move to Korea with me, or just, like, not like, that sounds bad, but more just, like, life will happen, and it just, like, won't work out, and it'll never happen. Or I'm, like, scared that, like, you'll, like, meet a guy in college or something, and then, like, not want to go to Korea with me. Isn't that funny? Like, me just admitting my worst fears in the last bit of this little recording. But yeah, so I'd be thinking about that, because I feel like I, like, romanticize when you get back a lot, like, what our life will be and things like that. But I'm just scared that, like, it won't be like that. Like, the only way it'll be like that is if we live together. Like, I just, like, need to live with you. Like, anyways, like, my undying need to spend the rest of my life with you. So yeah, anyways, let me know how your week's going. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know. I guess I feel like you usually listen to these when you first wake up, so you might not have had breakfast today, but let me know what you had for breakfast yesterday. Let me know. You know, today I was thinking, and I was like, I feel like there's, like, a lot of things, like, I don't know about you. Like, it's, like, I don't know. Like, I was just thinking about that. Like, I was like, what's your favorite season? Like, I don't even know. Like, what's your favorite color? Like, is it pink? I don't even know. Like, that's embarrassing. Like, that's, like, really embarrassing. Because I don't know. Like, I was thinking, and I was like, I feel like there's a lot of your favorites that I just don't know. Like, what's your favorite sport? What's your favorite movie? Like, I know things you like, but I feel like I just don't know, like, favorites, you know? Isn't that embarrassing? Like, I was thinking about it, and I was like, I feel like you know more about me than, like specific things, sperm-specific things, than, like, I know about you. I don't know. Like, today, I just had a dying urge to, like, as if, like, we just met each other, be like, what's your favorite this? What's your favorite this? And, like, chat you up and, like, get to know you, like, the things I don't know about you already. But yeah, low-key, like, what's Emily's favorite color, too? What's her favorite? I don't know her favorite season either. I guess that makes me feel better now that I think about it. I don't know that about my brothers either. Like, I don't know their favorite colors or seasons. But yeah. Anyways, it's funny because I'm like, I sure bet you know what my favorite color is. Like, I felt like it's pink because I felt like I, like, might have heard that from, like, years ago. And you had pink accents in your old room, didn't you? And, like, you wanted a pink knitted blanket. I remember that you wanted a pink knitted, crocheted blanket, but they were expensive. But I don't know. And I'm also, like, have, like, things changed? Oh, like, what's your favorite food? Like, I don't know that either. Isn't that just so embarrassing? Anyways, love you, you. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know what's up. I hope you get rest this week. Sorry this is so long. I felt like it was gonna end at like 20 minutes and then it just kept going. So, yeah. Hope you have a week as restful as Kim Taehyung when he has had the most restful week of his life. Yep, I love you so much. Just a lot. There's just lots of love in my heart for you. So yeah, I love you, and hail our most esteemed and honorable leader, Kim Namjoon.